We've made it here to Harborside Resort at Atlantis in Nassau, Bahamas. And with your stay here at Harborside, well, you also get full access to the resort at Atlantis here on Paradise Island in the Bahamas. And you might be wondering, well, how do I get from Harborside all the way over there to the Atlantis Resort? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a few different ways. There's kind of the scenic way, there's the easy way, and then, well, there's the accessible way if you're in a wheelchair or maybe a mobility device. So let's get going here. I'm going to try out a new feature that I have available on this camera. It's called Hyperlapse, to show you the different ways to get to Atlantis from Harborside. So let's go. All right, I'm out in front of the Harborside kind of check-in lobby registration, and kind of the easy way to get over to Atlantis Resort is behind me here, and that just happens to be the shuttle. Runs from 8 a.m. until 2 a.m. So pretty good hours on that, at least that's what they told me, to get all around the resort property here. Comes to Harborside, goes to Cove, Reef, Royal Towers, even the Coral Towers as well. So definitely take advantage of that, but fortunately it's not really handicap accessible. Don't notice any handicap accessible buses, and no room to put a wheelchair, so we'll show you that here as well. Now, before I take you on the scenic route over to Atlantis, I want to talk about our partner, Red Timeshares. If you're planning a trip to Harborside Resort or Atlantis, take a look at the confirmed reservations at Red Timeshares. All available to reserve with no extra booking fees, like a lot of other places seem to charge. Check the description, pinned comment, or scan the QR code on the screen to find out what's available. I'd like to thank Red Timeshares for sponsoring this video. Now on to the scenic route through the marina to Atlantis. All right, so we're out back of the main lobby checking the registration to show you the next way to get over to Atlantis, Bahamas, and that's going to be the scenic way. So we're actually going to go down this path here, and I'll show you kind of how to cut through the marina area. So let's go. Okay, so I'm stopping right here just for a moment because I want to show you kind of this cut through. If you're actually out in front of the lobby and registration, kind of where the main traffic circle is, well, this cuts over through to it. And obviously you can come from over there over to here to get to the same place where I am now from where I came from back behind the lobby. So now let's continue around here. And the first thing we're going to come up upon is just an area that makes this not the accessible route if you have maybe a mobility scooter or even a wheelchair. Yes, we have a sign here, Marina Access and Atlantis Resort, but what makes this not accessible is this set of stairs right here. No ramp, no lift, no nothing like that. Just a set of stairs that you can't get down if you're in a wheelchair or mobility device. So with that though, I'm going to keep taking this route to show you the scenic way, and that will take us through the marina. We're gonna make a quick pit stop here just to show you why I call this the scenic route. I mean, we've been taking the marina pathway all the way around so far, and I call it the scenic route because you can come down here and admire all of the beautiful yachts. There's a lot of them in slip here this week, many of them in the value of tens of millions of dollars, and if you're lucky enough when you're here, well, you might just see the one that we own. But yeah, beautiful yachts here. You can come by, admire them, maybe even wish you could go out sailing on them. We looked up some of them, like I said, tens of millions of dollars. You want to maybe rent one for the week, all inclusive? Well, you're looking probably what a lot of people pay for a small house. Well, maybe even a quarter of a small house, at least $100,000 for the week. But yeah, beautiful yachts here in the Marina Harbor here at Atlantis. Let's continue around here because I want to get to the other end to show you where this goes to and how to get to Atlantis. Okay, so I've made it now to the kind of end of the Atlantis Marina Marketplace area. This is where you'll find the Marina Pizzeria. There's also a deli over there. I'm actually going to have a separate video talking about restaurants and options kind of around Atlantis, but maybe even some off-property you can visit while you're at Harborside. If you want to take a look at that video, I'll put a link to it right up there. But yeah, here you can actually go in there, and after a kind of a long winding road, well, you'll come to a set of elevators or even stairs that go up. Or what you can do is you can actually go up this set of stairs, and it goes to the same place, both at the Coral Tower here at Atlantis. Once you're inside the Coral Tower, well, it's all indoors. You cut through the coral, cut through the casino, through the Royal Towers, and then, well, then you can go outside. And then, well, it's a little bit easier access outside to the entire Aquaventure playground here at Atlantis. So yeah, that's how you get here the scenic way. I'm gonna make my way back this way. I'm not gonna record that. Then I'm gonna show you kind of the accessible route. Okay, so now the last way we're going to show you how to get over to Atlantis is the accessible route. We're actually out in front of main lobby and registration. Security gate is right here. We're gonna walk through there and make our way the accessible route to Atlantis. Let's go. You'll notice though, there is no shortage of shuttles over to Atlantis. There seems to be one right after another here. Okay, so we've made our way out here kind of to the main intersection. This is the bridge that comes over from kind of the main island over here to Paradise Island. And I guess we could go down this way to get to the Royal Towers, but we found it much easier, and really the only way we tried to go this way, and that is to go up to the Coral Towers. So let's head across the street here. One thing you'll notice though, the seam with the asphalt and kind of the curb or the ramps here, not very good, kind of busted up, and you might have a little bit of trouble with a wheelchair, especially on the way back. What we found when we got to this intersection here was just stay on the asphalt driveway all the way up until you get into Harborside there. We want to head across the street here and show you the rest of the way to the Coral Towers. All right, another place to watch out for if you're in a wheelchair or ECV device. Well, careful here. Again, asphalt's really broken up there. Might rock you around a little bit. You don't want to throw anybody out of a wheelchair, so be careful there. But yeah, right across the street here is Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. So if you're interested in checking that out, well, it's loud, it's noisy. We didn't eat there. We tried, but yeah, that's an option there. Let's continue ahead across the street here and make our way to the final destination. I promise. Now, as you're making your way up here, you could technically, I guess, kind of cut over and go through there. That will take you down through the marina, which is kind of that scenic route. And then at the other end of that, well, there are ramps also to get up. I actually showed you just a set of stairs, but there are ramps to kind of get up into Marina Village and then up to kind of more street level or driveway level with the entrance to the Coral Tower. Now here is the main entrance to Marina Village. Shopping, dining, and restaurants. If you're on a wheelchair or mobility device, that's probably the easiest way to get up through here. You don't need to cross the street. Essentially, just go in here. You go to your right. That'll take you all the way up to Atlantis. You gotta wind your way through the different stores and outside of the restaurants. But we're actually gonna go this way just to show you this route goes across the street, and then you kind of have to cross back again in order to at least easily get up to the Coral Tower. So let's continue on. So now when you get to this point, this is where we have Anthony's actually over here behind me. Great restaurant that you can eat at. Be careful here with kind of where the asphalt meets up with the concrete. But we're gonna go up here now and across that way to get to where we need to go. Okay, so we've now made it up here to the Coral Towers at Atlantis, and probably the easiest way to get in is actually through one of these doors along here. You go in there, go through the casino, and it will take you into the Royal Towers, where then you can get really easy access to Aquaventure at Atlantis and all the other pools and fun activities they have going on in there. So do be sure to have your room key handy, or if you've gotten your wristband already, that's gonna not be a problem, because they will ask for it at certain points to get through into the Royal Tower lobby, and then also kind of beyond that as well. So keep that in mind. But I hope you enjoyed this video, how to get from Harborside Resort at Atlantis over here to Atlantis itself. So if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, well, I have a video about different restaurants you can visit, you can dine at while you're staying at Harborside Resort. Check out that video right here coming up next. Thanks for watching, and remember, until next time, the best destination is always a timeshare.